What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video, your girl is here to bring you another video in her series of Must Have Must Gag. This is a series where I talk about new makeup releases, specifically indie releases, and this is inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series linked down below, as well as the community playlist. I am a part of the community playlist, and if you would like to see other influencers or YouTubers that participate in that playlist, do link down, look in the description box. As well, I always have all of the pages that I use on Instagram linked down below and listed, of course, and I always have all of the products that I talk about linked and listed down below. I have some channel kind of situation, so I'm just gonna wrap it up today. I kind of briefly talked about it, and when I was doing this last look, this is a 3-look 1 palette. I'm using the Hazina 2 palette. It should already be up by the time this video goes up. I am in, hopefully, dear Lord, my last semester in this degree program, and I am tired. I'm tired. So I've been kind of scaling it back on here, and this has not been my #1 way of relief. I've been actually reading a lot more, so I've been having less time to actually record videos. I am still going to stay consistent, but I may drop down to 2 if not 1 video a week. I haven't decided. It just kind of depends on how the next month goes. Then I will go from there. That being said, this is going to be the last video that you guys see from me for about 2 weeks. I'm going on my birthday trip, and I need a vacation. Like, I need an actual vacation, one where I'm not consistently worrying about uploading videos or editing thumbnails or anything like that. I just need a vacation, and it honestly won't even really be a vacation because that's the only time that I can find to do some research, to see if I can do research over the summer for like my furthering of my education. So it won't even really be a vacation, but nonetheless, this is something that I feel I can take off my plate while I'm there or gone for 2 weeks. So I will probably not be posting my first video until maybe February 2nd. I'll be back on the 1st, so I may get a video up on the 2nd, which would be a Sunday. If not, definitely that Wednesday I should have a video up because I should be halfway in the mood to record at that point, if not already honestly edited my vlog, because I might still vlog, but I just don't want to feel the need to like be editing videos or recording videos prior, let alone I just don't have the time. My job has just been kicking up a notch, school has been kicking up a notch, and it's just I don't have the leeway that I used to have at one point to record so many videos as soon as I get home. I'm just too tired to do that crap. I can't. I think those are all the updates. This is the last video. I might be slowing down for a little while. I think that's it. I have not done a must have must gag for, I want to say, 3 weeks now. I skipped the week that I technically was supposed to do it because I couldn't record. I was not in the mood, and so I didn't. It's that simple. And yeah, I need to record this, and I want to talk to you guys about new makeup releases, so that is why I'm here. This is probably going to be an extremely long video. I've been briefly watching a couple of YouTubers, and there are a lot of things that I didn't even see. I haven't been like nose to the grind on a lot of new things, so a lot of stuff have been out of like I didn't see or even know about. So I'm actually going through trend mood right now. I think I have everything pinned. Let's go through what I already have pinned, and then I can go back as always and see anything new. As always, I will have a photo of the image that I'm talking about on the screen. I am going to scoot over in just a second. And yeah, these go back quite a ways, so let's just get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is Alien Cosmetics released new single shadows. It looks like they released 5 single shadows. They all look they all are metallic. There's a blue, a green, an orange, a champagne, and like a burgundy color. These all look really pretty, but I don't need any. I think at most the one like single shadow wise that might be unique to my collection would be that burgundy. I don't think I have any, if very many, burgundy single shadows, but I don't need it. But it is a very pretty collection, and I've never tried their formula as well, so I don't feel an inclination to really go for it. Next is MAC Cosmetics' Lunar Beauty release. They have a highlighter as always, they have lipsticks as always, lip glosses, and a blush duo. For me, I'm good. I don't like reds, and that's basically all of the lip products are all variations of red. The highlighter is basic, the eyeshadow basic, the blush duo, I don't really like the colors. I wouldn't use that lavender, and I already have a lavender, so it's good. And the eyeshadow palette, no. Tom and Jerry did a collaboration with the Toot House, and I actually like it. I think it's actually really pretty and really cute. Granted, it's all basic stuff, and I'm pretty sure the single compacts are below. Oh, so those might actually be blushes. That's cute. That's actually really cute. I don't need them, so I'm not gonna buy them. And I told myself if I ever did buy any blushes this year, it's definitely gonna be those, what is it called? Likely Makeup? Is that the brand? Those quad blush palettes. I'm really still lusting after both of those. I'm not gonna lie. Menagerie Cosmetics has sneak peeked that they're coming out with a new palette. To date, that palette has still not been revealed, but we've seen the packaging. It looks like it's going to be in very similar packaging, but the shadows are going to be oriented a different way, which is interesting. This is going to be one of those brands where I'm most likely going to be so pissed that I can't buy what I want, but it is what it is. I can't wait to see what it is, and maybe what I'll do is do a video talking about what products I'm going to use instead, or actually recreating the palette. Based on the names, it looks like it's going to be another cool tone palette, because there's one that says Ice Cap, Aquatic, Fishy, Sunbathe. So I'm thinking this might be another blue toned palette, but they have a blue tone palette. I have it. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with. Clarity Cosmetics has come out with a Blue Royale pressed pigment palette. It's a 6-pan palette. It's cute, but it's not something that's really gripping me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've never tried their formula either, so I'm also not enticed to try it on that palette. Glamlight has released their latest palette in their food theme. Which one is this one? This one, wasn't it like the cake palette? I think for me their best palette was the burger palette, and the only reason I never got that is because it's so big. I just did not need a packaging that big. I thankfully have been able to condense all of my palettes into one drawer in this smaller organizer over here, and then on the top of that organizer as well. So I don't have any room for big palettes, let alone any more palettes, which is another reason why I went on this no buy. Because I would like to either get the amount of use that I want for more palettes, or just completely stop, or pan palettes. And I will be talking about those a little bit later in February, because I just don't have the time to pre-film them before I leave. So yeah. Tati Beauty, she released those sponge things, right? Why isn't her brand tagged on this? Oh, it is. Okay, let's see. It's like the sponges. I don't really know what they're meant to do. They're supposed to blend out things. So are they supposed to blend out like foundation and powder? They're supposed to blend out foundation. That's interesting. It's an interesting concept, so I can't falter on that. And that's definitely a new concept for people to use like a puff to blend out foundation. I don't really watch clickbaity videos, so I don't watch any of the videos basically that have been pushed out for this product, but I would like to know if it works. So we'll see if any YouTuber that actually puts out decent content that actually isn't clickbaity reviews that, because then I might be interested. Elf Cosmetics has released a new powder. It looks like it's the Halo, or no, the Hollow Glow setting powder. It's nice. I'm not into any glowy type of powder. I like things that are more mattifying because I am combination oily. But for those who are dry or normal, that might be a really good alternative. Right now, the powder that I'm actually using is one that everybody at some point in the beauty community tries. It is the Coty Airspun. I am trying to get through this baby. It is a mound of just powder, so I am trying to get through that baby. Pat McGrath released some mini matte trance lipsticks. They're in trio sets. Typically when she does these trio sets, she doesn't actually release new shades. She just released them in different packaging. I already have, I believe, 3 Pat McGrath lipsticks. I don't feel the need to get any more. I do enjoy the formula. All of them are in the matte trans formulation, but I just don't need any more right now. I have what I need. Kat Von D has released blushes. Yes, she's released everlasting blushes. These are a soft matte long wear formulation, and she also apparently released some more liquid lipsticks. Oh, so the liquid lipsticks match that. Are they? Oh, so they're like lip gloss, like they're like vinyls. So okay. So it's a completely new formula to her line. I like the packaging actually. I think it's actually really pretty. I like that it has her symbol in the middle and it has the flowers on the outside. I think it's really nice. As for the shades, I think for me, there are a couple of shades that I wouldn't mind swatching in store and seeing what they look like on my complexion. But right now, I don't need any blushes, let alone I don't need any matte blushes. I don't have very many satin, which this is sounding more like a satin blush, but I'm gonna wait to see if anybody reviews this. I think a lot of the people that I follow are not supporting her, so probably nobody that I know or watch will be reviewing it, and my best friend has less money than I do. No judgment, but she does. So I buy more makeup and I tell her what to buy. So I know she won't be able to buy this for me, or not for me, but she won't be able to buy this and then like tell me how it works. So it's interesting. Like it looks like she has a neutral toned, she has like a more neutral pinky, then she has a dark burgundy and like that bright poppy orange. Those are the 4 shades that are really popping out to me. But yeah, Makeup Geek has already started sneak peeking their rebranding. I know a lot of people are really excited because Makeup Geek was like one of the first brands that they tried, at least indie wise, or sometimes just in general. I did try a little bit of Makeup Geek. I was never a huge fanatic of them, but I did try some stuff. But honestly, for me, they didn't have enough color. Like, I am very much a colorful person. I love wearing different colorful situations on my eyes, and the fact that they had a lot of basic neutrals, for me it just didn't work out. But I am excited to see what they come of their rebranding. I know Marlena quit YouTube in 2019, so now she has her full attention on her brands, because I believe she has 2 brands. So I will be interested to see what she comes up with this new branding. But right now, I mean, they've literally sneak peeked a brown. No. Pinky Rose has done a collaboration with Riley Rose, and it's called the Stormy palette. A lot of people are freaking out because of the pan size and shape. I don't like it either, but I'm not freaking out about it. And for me, the big thing is that I have tried Pinky Rose and I have not liked their formula. To me, their formula is too thin for the mattes, and the shimmers aren't that great, and the glitters are trash. So I threw away my 2 palettes, or 1 palette from them. I don't actually remember anymore. But either way, it's just not something that I am even looking into. Estee Lauder did a collaboration with the the great-granddaughter of the founder of Estee Lauder. And it looks to have some cheek products, blushes, or a blush, I'm sorry, lip products, and a bunch of other stuff. It's okay, but it's neutral, and I'm not a neutral kind of gal. Why am I so low? Maybe I shouldn't be this low. There we go. Am I in focus still? We're gonna go with that. We're gonna hope I'm in focus. I don't have my glasses on. And continue. Elf has released their new concealer. Their concealer is a hydrating one. I still have yet to actually try their first concealer, which I'm assuming is their mattifying one. I don't go through concealer all that much, and I also don't stockpile concealer. At most, I have like 6 concealers in my collection, and I have a lot of concealers right now, let alone no buy, so I'm not recording. Why do I look so short today? I don't understand. I'm not short. I'm tall. I don't. Next. Mary Leah Scott Cosmetics has released a highlighter palette. It looks to be colored highlighters, but they're supposed to be able to blend into your complexion, because I guess they're that, I don't know. But it's a highlighter palette. It's a colorful highlighter palette. I have like 3 or 4 highlighter palettes from ABH. So those alone make up this palette. It looks pretty on the person's complexion, so I do give her that, but I just don't need it. Shanta Kai has released what looks to be their spring collection. It has a very pretty packaging. I mean, you cannot top this packaging. It's pretty. Not only the images on the front, but also the actual compacts are really pretty. As for the products inside, not so much. So there's a quad of eyeshadows which have 1 matte and 3 shimmers. It looks like the matte is like maybe a pinky brown, and then there's 2 warm browny gold shimmers, and then 1 green shimmer. And then there's the highlighter. Just to me, if they sold this packaging separate, I honestly might pick it up, because this packaging is actually really, really nice. But the inside, there's nothing to really be desired for me. Elf Cosmetics has come out with new palettes. There are 8 different shades, or 8 different varieties of 8 different varieties of quads that they've released. For me, there's 1 or 2 shades that I find interesting in each palette, but overall there's not one palette that I am fully interested in the full color scheme, which means there's no reason to purchase it. That's one thing that I have learned in my couple of years of purchasing makeup. It's like, don't purchase a whole palette for 1 shade. Purchase a single and cherish that single. So for me, it's a full pass. ColourPop has released their Meant to Be collection, which has basically a mint green, like spearmint, 9-pan palette. 9-pan palette. There's 2 Super Shock shadows, there's 2 Glitter Much shadows, and there's some skincare. This 9-pan palette is actually really pretty. I think I've already seen people like go up in arms about it. But it actually is pretty. My only concern is that it's not going to be dark enough. This is feeling very reminiscent to the yellow one for me. The what? Honey? Yeah, that one. It's feeling really reminiscent to that palette to me, where it may appear to be very dimensional, and on somebody else's complexion it might be dimensional, but once it gets on my complexion, it's trash. So it's gonna be a pass. I'm not really lusting after it, but I like 1 or 2 of the shades, so it maybe if they came out as singles and they lasted long enough, I might actually pick it up. Morphe is coming out with like a pastel collection for their winter collection, and it is called the 35-1 palette. I'll have a picture of the palette open and the cover, because I actually think the cover of this palette is actually really pretty. As for the palette itself, I have to agree with Karen Harris and the fact that like this palette did not need to be as big as it is, in my opinion, and of course in Karen Harris's opinion as well. So it is a huge pass. And yeah, I haven't ever purchased one of the big Morphe palettes. So yeah, well, I have the Jaclyn Hill, but I don't consider that one of the big 35 palettes. You feel me? Am Reezy did another collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is for an eyeshadow palette. And a lot of people are saying how this is similar to like Sultry and I think Norvina. I don't have either of those palettes. I actually was interested in, was it Sultry? No, the warm tone one. Sultry is the cool tone one. What's the warm tone one? The warm tone ABH, not Modern Ren, but the other one that she just released last year. I was actually interested in that one, and I was also interested in the Jackie Aina palette, but I never got around to them, and I could not justify purchasing them during the VIB sale. Yeah, so I didn't. But those are two palettes that are still in the back of my head. And if for whatever reason I can still purchase them after this year is over, you betcha I will. But as for this palette, it's not driving me in as much as the other two palettes were. Huda has released some more of her melted eyeshadow eyeshadows. I never tried these because I saw all reviews of people not liking them, and I don't want to buy something and not like it. Like, that's never been my goal. So for me, it's going to continue to be a pass. I already have plenty of Stila ones up right there, and I rarely use them. I do use them on occasion, but not every day, so I don't think it'd be worth it to buy these, because these are not cheap at all. They're $25, and that's expensive. That's an eyeshadow palette. Cleonid Cosmetics has released a couple new collections, I believe 2 if I remember correctly. Let me just scroll to the right tab. Okay, I found it. So yeah, they've released 2 new collections. One of them, oh no, Drat, that's a different brand entirely. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, so Cleonid hasn't, I think they've only released one new collection, and it's a trio, and it's cool toned. It has a gray, it has what else it has like a dark purple, it has a blue, and it also has a champagne. I thought, but it was a trio, so where, I'm confused. What's happening? Oh, they mixed 2 different shades together. Okay, so the gray isn't really a gray. It's like 2 shades mixed together. They're pretty, but I'm not a huge fan of Cleonid's singles. I find that they are a different formula than their palettes, and even then some of the palette singles, or some of the palette eyeshadows, I'm not a huge fan of either. But I would highly recommend their Stained Glass collection, and they're coming out with more in that collection. Need I say more? I would love to purchase some. I really would. Trend Mood has revealed her latest basket, or what is it called? The box, the Trend Mood box. And it actually has a collaboration in there with her and Sigma. It looks to be Sigma brushes that like they already have in their lineup normal. Which is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing if you really like those brushes, but just putting that out there. It looks to be something from Versali. Is it? No, it's something from Ren Skincare, something from Skin Fix Inc. I don't know. And then the eyeshadow palette. I'm actually going to talk about the eyeshadow palette next, so I won't get too much into it. Either way, the box as a whole comes out to be $54 if you buy it. I think it could be beneficial, especially if you're just in for the brushes, because Sigma brushes aren't cheap, but they're like in between. So all of that stuff, it actually makes sense. But I heard that like her first box sold out immediately, and a lot of people were pissed. So take that as you will. The eyeshadow palette is actually from Dominique Cosmetics, and it is her Latte 2 palette, and she's also coming out with 2 lip glosses. One's in Creamer, which is the lighter one, and the other one is Java, which is the darker one. I actually like what she did with this palette. I like that she kind of seemingly took some of the shades from her latte palette, of course, but added a little spice to it, because you can have like different types of lattes that have different colors to them, you know what I mean? So I like that she did this, and yeah, I like that she did it. Fenty released some cream sticks. I like the concept of this, but I, in application, don't use this very often. The only way that I would actually use these sticks are if any of them are matte and they're very sticky, so I could actually use them. There are some mattes, so that's good, but if I could use them as bases, then maybe, because I do like to use like my NYX jumbo pencils as bases sometimes, so that would be the only way that I would use them and it actually be an effective use of my money. Otherwise, for me, it just doesn't make any sense. I already have, once again, those Stila liquid lipstick, or the Stila liquid eyeshadows, and I use those when I want a cream shadow to create a look very quickly. What I misconceived as being the Cleona collection is actually a Divina collection. So Divina has come out with 2 new collections, and the names are not on here. They're 2 different bundles. One is more rosy purples and some reds, and the other one is really soft, springy. Yeah, they don't, there's no names. Either way, I like both of these bundles. I think both of these bundles are beautiful, and I would love to actually get both of these bundles. I'm not going to lie, but I can't. So out of this week, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the one thing that I actually would love to actually purchase and buy. But yeah, what I might do is try and dupe these out with the singles that I have in my collection. By the time I'm able to get that video up though, it might not be relevant anymore. But I guess it just depends on when these bundles actually release, because they might not have released yet. Let's see. Okay, so the lighter one is called Baby's Breath. And then the other one is called Plum Petals, which is the darker purpley one. I'm guessing they released because I don't see... Oh no, that's a 3rd bundle. Okay, I'm sorry. The dark one that you guys saw was Strawberry Cocoa. And then I'm going to show now the actual 3rd bundle, which is Plum Petals. So they look to be coming out with 3 new bundles. They all look really, really pretty. I don't see if they've released the bundles, but looking at some of the comments, some of these singles have actually already been released before. So I would definitely tell you guys to check your collection. Like, I'm pretty sure I actually have Jaded, which is one of the greens in these bundles. So please check your collection to actually make sure that like you don't already have these before you go ahead and purchase them, if you're interested in purchasing them. Just food for thought, but you don't have to take my word for it. Suva Beauty has come out with the Hyper Color Palette, which looks to have, it's like an eyeshadow palette with mattes and then maybe some like glitter foils that go on top. The glitter toppers, they kind of look like the Cleonid stained glass collection, but a little bit different. It looks cool. Apparently it has FX, so there's like some glow aspects into it. I'd be very interested to see if anybody that I follow actually gets that and see what they think about it. But with that being said, those are all the things that I pinned. And honestly, guys, your girl is thirsty. It is now almost 1 a.m. tonight. I still have some homework to get to. I have a very long day tomorrow at work. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. When I get back, from my vacation. Maybe not my first video, but maybe like my second video will be another must-have, must-gag, because at that point I'll need to kind of stay up to the more recent stuff that have happened since I've been gone. And you'll probably get a lot more of my first reactions because I will not be on my phone like that. So I will be like pinning all the stuff the day or before to give you guys my reactions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is going to be my last video that you guys can see from me until at the earliest February 2nd. Sorry, but I need a little bit of a break. And I also want to enjoy my vacation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to talking to you guys when I get back from vacation. I will try my best to answer all of the comments that I have been slacking on since my B&B miss. I think I did all of my B&B miss comments. I think it's been just since the new year that I haven't done comments. But yeah,